My name is Shahid Buttar. Jason West is a 26-year-old grad student mayor of New Paltz, New York. He took office on a green platform, essentially an insurgent campaign run by a group of global justice puppeteers who successfully took over their town government on a green platform. So he and his idealistic comrades decided to bring a test case challenging the rights to gay marriage under the New York state laws. I'm a junior attorney on the team representing him, and we recently were hit with an injunction by a state judge preventing Jason from conducting more marriages without a valid marriage license. The court conspicuously denied to speak about the right to gay marriage, and that is an issue which we hope to press and explore, the constitutionality of it, the acceptability of gay marriage within the existing New York State Constitution, and just the moral legitimacy of recognizing civil rights of all Americans in the 21st century.
Are you saying that it's political, that they're trying to get you on process?
I mean, I would say that those are almost two opposite things. That they're trying to get us on process to avoid having to speak politically about the issue. It's clearly a political issue. Whether or not it's recognized as such is a whole different question. But yeah.
Has there been a lot of attention on this nationally?
Absolutely. I mean, it's been stunning. In fact, when Gavin Newsom in San Francisco recognized gay marriage, there was a follow-on clerk in a town in New Mexico. Jason's announcement in New York was the first time that gay marriage, next to the Supreme Court in Massachusetts, had been recognized on the East Coast. And I think the fact that it's coming up in many different geographic jurisdictions with many different political cultures speaks to how integral and fundamental a question this is in our polity today.
Why is it kind of spreading like wildfire now? Where did this come from?
I think this is like people and struggles all through history. The sense of possibility is really the key ingredient to galvanize opposition to entrenched institutions which are discriminatory, which reinforce inequality in other ways. It always takes a sense of possibility. And it's only recently that I think gays and lesbians and transgender people here in the United States have really recognized the possibility of gaining equal protection under the law. It's something that we've systematically denied for so long that it becomes imbued with this artificial legitimacy, as if somehow it's consistent with our norms as a civilization, and it so clearly is not. And I think the difference is that recently that's been coming to light, and people are really growing aware that they have an opportunity to really demand equal recognition.
That's something that I think is endemic to all the major civil rights movements, that making that shift from assuming that it's just the way it is to asserting the rights.
Absolutely, and it's that sense of possibility, I think, that empowers people to go from beyond asking and making requests of a system to demanding and constructing institutions which grant the rights that they've been denied.
How does this play for the Green Party, with somebody like Jason being forward with this issue?
It's absolutely huge. I think that one of the key constituencies in the movement going forward are going to be students, and Jason is coming from those ranks. He's a student who's embodying the principles that people are starving for. I think that places the Green Party demographically aligned with a positive vision of young people making their own solutions, breaking out of the entrenched conflicts that have really castrated any opportunity to really forge a prospective, progressive political consciousness. It reinforces the Green Party's legitimacy. It reinforces the Green Party's efficacy in able to get issues onto the national stage and transform the concrete lives of people on the ground. And I think it also it speaks to the Green Party's diversity, because just by nature of the very issue that we're confronting, it necessarily invites the analysis that we are one of the only parties that is really open-armed, inclusive of all people.
Where does this go in the presidential race, this issue?
That's going to be a fun one. I mean, I feel as though the Democratic nominees could embrace it a lot stronger. And, we've seen a reticence for that. Kerry has spoken of supporting gay marriage, of rejecting gay marriage, but opposing an amendment, denying it. I certainly think that's an improvement over the baseline we might have seen 6 months ago when the issue wasn't on the table, but now that it's on the table, I think it takes a clearer stand than that. I think that one of the things we've seen from Democrats consistently is a failure to take strong positions on issues of importance to the American people, and I think this is one of those issues, and I think that if the Democratic leadership is serious about really challenging the conservative right and the domination of this country by its interests over the last 4 and arguably 25 years, he's got to take Kerry and whoever is not his running mate need to take a really hard stand and say point blank that they endorse rights to gay marriage and that they endorse equal protection and recognition under the law. It's very important in this day and age that civil rights not be forgotten as a thing that bounds us together. It's not just about war in Iraq, and it's not just about who we give tax cuts back to. There are very important questions beyond those, which corporate media may not report, left to its own devices, that people like Jason West force the corporate media to confront, and they force our political culture to confront these ongoing injustices that we otherwise become desensitized to.
Last question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Personally, how does it feel to practice law and now get to be part of something like this?
I've had a love affair with my profession the last 2 weeks, quite frankly. You know, when I went to law school in the first place, it was because I was denied security clearance by the State
30
Department.
seconds.
And that was something of a frustration. And then going to law school opened up all these other possibilities with teaching and pushing the doctrinal front. Now, getting the chance to represent the mayor of a town that's taking the state's rights credo and pushing it and saying, well, if we're going to be given rights to govern ourselves, we're going to use those rights to empower people and recognize people and take civil rights into the next dimension. It feels very empowering. It feels very fulfilling and satisfying, and I feel very blessed to have the opportunity to participate.
Well, we've been happy to have the opportunity to hear you. And your name again for everybody is?
I'm Shahid Buttar.
All right, nice to meet you. See you later.